Here is a quick bite-sized compilation of Ben Thorp's abusive behavior that he himself has uploaded on live stream or made public to the internet. Some of it is old, but lots of it is new and stuff that hasn't been featured in the Shamu documentaries that most people have seen. So I thought I would do a little compilation for anybody who's new. If you're just finding my channel, I direct you to go to the description and click on the links to Shamu's documentaries about these people for more context. And keep in mind, this is only the physical abuse and domestic violence. This is not the emotional abuse, which is the majority of what goes down. But there are a few instances of real violence. And just keep in mind, this is only what happens on camera.
I'm done. Yes.
You just told. I was
Forget it. Forget it. Forget it.
just messaging him to see.
We'll call the police.
You were obstructing something that I need to touch. You have to call the police. I want you to call the police. Call them. You're gonna do this stuff. Call the police. Buddy.
Do that again.
Call the police.
You look like you're gonna cry, and then you hold back because you're so afraid of Daddy doing something to you, right?
No, that's literally not why.
This next segment will be direct admissions from Ben describing, often in painful, incriminating detail, abuse and or violence he inflicted upon people, including myself. The following clip will be Ben describing when he yanks my hair very hard, without consent, to quote-unquote pair bond, or whatever he's describing. Is really weird.
Ava arrived at Logan Airport this morning at like noon. And, we picked her up at the train station, and, it's this fucking nonsense. I tried to assert dominance over Ava, who needs it. And she, she plays the princess.
Who's Ava?
That's me. I'm Ava. This is my channel. Ava the G.
So, like, for example, I don't know, within 5 minutes of getting in the car, I pulled Ava's hair. I said, we have to hurt each other so that we can establish some intimacy. I pulled her hair, and I told her to hit me, and she goes, well, I wouldn't do that.
Could you explain?
Well, my point was that you have to initiate, something that's a little bit less than, totally bourgeois, like, hey, you're my guest, you run the... I mean, you understand, it's emasculating for most men. When there's their daughter's guest is going to come over, it's like, oh my gosh, you're a princess, and I don't have a dick, and whatever, all this stuff, right? So I was like, let's just pop the cherry quick here and have a little bit of sort of mutual minor pain causing together, so we can get beyond this nonsense. So I said, let's do this, and then I just pulled her hair, and I said, okay, so this is what I'm talking about. I just pulled her hair reasonably hard, and I was like, okay, so now it's your turn with me. You just pulled her hair reasonably hard, and I was like, okay, so now it's your turn with me. You punch me or whatever. And she refused to do so. It's ridiculous.
So you were trying to teach a lesson to her by pulling.
No, I was just trying to say, let's pop the cherry on I'm not going to touch you because you're a princess, and you're not going to touch me because I'm a scary man with a penis. Let's just not do that. We're not going to do that.
I had to correct Grace today, very roughly by
Oh really? You gave Honey Bunch a real through, yeah.
Oh, she could be so
Honey
crazy.
Bunch is
She
into
gets it
that.
from her mother, right?
Like open-handed smacked her. Is what you're saying, right?
I knocked her glasses off.
Yeah,
Her
open-handed
face.
smack. Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's not something which people should lose. The idea, I mean, it's back to this. It's if the idea, I mean, it's back to this. It's if.
These next two clips are just going to be Ben being creepy towards Grace. One of them is an actual clip of it. The next is an admission of a FaceTime call where he demands that she strips in the woods for him when she's in a scary situation. There's also a beer bottle incident. I couldn't find a clip of Ben talking about it, but it's definitely out there somewhere. Someone could go on a panel and ask him about it. It's basically when he made Grace suck a beer bottle between his legs in front of their mother, Grace's mother.
She went outside, and I was angry And one of the ways in which, like, you know, men show anger towards women is by having them sort of humiliate themselves. So I did have her sort of humiliate herself for me outside on a FaceTime call. So she had to sort of like, you know, this has become in her mind sort of half of a like a psychosexual sort of like, you know, serial killer situation, right? There's a certain part of them that wants to be dominated. They like it when it gets a little hot.
This is your daughter,
Right.
I understand that. I
Yeah.
understand it's my daughter.
How did-
Okay.
And how did she
So
humiliate herself?
she, you know, kind of played out some of those things. Nothing crazy. Nothing that I wouldn't
Like what?
see in the course of, I don't remember exactly what, but like, you know, she took some of her clothes off outside in a kind of scary situation. That's it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So she took some of her clothes off outside in a kind of scary situation. That's it. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Now, I will also include some clips of Grace being abusive to her mother. Not to say that Ben didn't teach and normalize these horrific behaviors to Grace, but she's still an adult when she did these, so I'll add them in as well, just so it's all in one place.
And you didn't know? No, that's a lie. Okay. That is a damn lie. You didn't know Joey was right there behind you? No, I can't see him. Look at the screen. Turn your head around. He's right there. You saw him.
Hollywood Ben Thorp. It's coming.
Ow. Fucking bitch. Get up. My screen.
Okay.
That
I think it's pretty plain and simple. We gave it all we could. It's time I wake you right in the window. Within this life we shouldn't say we're good. We're not meant to be like sleeping and cocaine. So why not at least agree to go our separate ways?
Finally, I think this video that I'm about to show you is worthy to add at the end. It is not direct evidence of Ben being abusive, but it is his son making an accusation against him and Grace.
As her brother, I know that everybody's always questioning whether the allegations are true, even though it's pretty clear to most people who aren't idiots what the reality of the situation is. But my father has sexually groomed my sister, and they have sex all the time. She gives him blowjobs all the time. And they're currently together.